Fix the thing, man. Fix the thing, man.
One voice is the voice of the people. Let we make them know we only believe in racial harmony. Oneness, oneness, oneness. One voice is the voice of the people in love and unity. Just reach out and touch your brother, man. We are all Guyanese. One voice is the voice of the people. Let we make them know we only believe in racial harmony. Oneness, oneness, oneness. One voice.
This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 16th day of July in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. 2 persons were shot dead and at least 6 others injured late on Tuesday night in a suspected gang-related shooting in the East Coast Demerara village of Buxton. The incident took place at around 11:47 last night, according to the police. The 2 dead persons have been identified as 17-year-old Leon McFarlane and 38-year-old Mark Anthony Correa. The injured persons have been listed as 60-year-old Lyndon Adams, 53-year-old Alwyn Fifi, 26-year-old Davil Talbot, 35-year-old Sherwin Nero, and 18-year-old Akeem Tuman. The police said there was also a 17-year-old young man who was injured in the shooting. According to a statement from the Guyana Police Force this morning, a group of persons were at a shop in Middlewalk, Buxton, playing cards and dominoes late last night when loud gunshots were heard. Eyewitnesses reported that moments before the shooting, a silver-colored car was seen circling the area. And it is that same car that was used by the persons who opened fire on the group of men and escaped from the scene. Eyewitnesses have also reported that at least 2 men were seen exiting the car with high-powered weapons and opening fire on the group of men before rejoining the car and escaping.
Over there, see car pull up, 3 miles time me see jump on the car. I was running there as I shoot up, so bam 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 bam. 3 big long gun. As I shoot and go.
The woman who owns the shop where the incident took place said she had just retired to her house moments before the shooting incident. She said when she rushed back to the shop, she first noticed Mark Correa slumped over a table and bleeding from his mouth, his back, and his face. The 17-year-old Leon McFarlane was rushed to the Georgetown Hospital with multiple gunshot injuries. He was pronounced dead on arrival. The police said he sustained gunshot wounds to the right hand, his chest, his face, his forearm, and right foot. The other 6 persons who were shot were also rushed to the hospital, where they remain in a serious condition. The police said the scene of the shooting was processed by investigators and 4 spent shells were found. 4 projectiles and 2 fragments were found on the ground in the shop. According to the police, several persons have since been questioned and information has been gathered, linking at least one of the injured persons to having an ongoing problem with a gang in the community that the police said is known as Team Diamond. The investigations are ongoing tonight. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch. Even one word. I can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Let's jam! Pan Jam is back. Pan Jazz Concerts present Pan Jam in the Village on Saturday, July 26th at Park Rain from 7 p.m. Come out and witness Steel Pan Magic with live performances by Duke Ross, Guinness record holder Joshua Rebello out of Trinidad, Calvin Burnett, Nikita, Roy Stewart, Jesse Schultz, Ray Sparman, Clayton Daniels, Amjad Ali, and many more. Enjoy the Parkside Steel Orchestra and the Palm Groove Steel Orchestra as they clash and bring the vibes. General tickets are $8,500 and $30,000 for VIP and are available at all Massey stores nationwide and IBGL, Carmichael Street. Don't forget, Pan Jam, Saturday, July 26th at Park Rain. This event is sponsored by Absolute Vodka, Massey Distribution, Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, IBGL, Guyana Tourism Authority, Experiences, Potsalt Events, and Gabriella's PR Consultancy.
It's time to renew the mission, to stay the course. The People's Progressive Party Civic's journey to victory continues. All roads lead to Albion Estates Road, East Berbice, Tarrantine. Sunday, July 20th, starting from 3 p.m. Be there to hear from President Dr. Irfan Ali, CPP General Secretary Vice President Dr. Barrett Jagbio, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, and others. Guyana is on the rise with massive historic achievements in education, housing to healthcare, infrastructure to innovation. As the most trusted political party, we are transforming Guyana for all. Let us rally for the People's Progressive Party Civic's journey to victory. Sunday, July 20th at the Albion Estate Road, East Berbice, Tarrantine. Starting from 3 p.m. Vote PPPC. Forward together for a better Guyana.
Offering a glimpse of his party's plans if re-elected for a second term, President Irfan Ali today pledged to bring down the cost of living, reduce taxes, fuel growth, and create more job opportunities for Guyanese. The president joined the vice president and other officials of the governing People's Progressive Party Civic for a consultation today on the party's 2025 manifesto. In an effort to fuel growth and development in the country, President Ali said his new government would establish a development bank to finance small and medium-sized enterprises.
We want to establish a development bank to support co-financing, to support access to liquidity, to reduce the cost of borrowing, and to remove the collateral requirement. Because these are the burdens that small and medium-sized enterprise face today. So if you're able to match lending with a 0% interest rate, we can bring down the interest rate in the commercial bank from 6% or 7% to 3% for SMEs. And then when we remove the risk, by making the matching rate available to remove the risk, the bank in turn will have to reduce that collateral requirement that is there right now.
Hoping to be re-elected, President Ali further committed to opening up 100,000 acres of farmlands for cultivation and invest in agro-processing hubs and the manufacturing and services sector. He assured that with the completion of the multi-billion-dollar gas-to-energy project at Unveils, the cost of production in the country will be significantly reduced, creating a conducive environment for the manufacturing sector to flourish.
One of our most inhibitive factor in dealing with value creation is the cost of energy. Today we are on the journey of resolving the issue of cost of energy. Once we have that low-cost energy, manufacturing, industrial development, agro-processing, and all of those opportunities will come on stream.
Mr. Ali also said that should his party be re-elected, his administration would maintain a favorable fiscal regime, and as such there will be no increases in royalties, no tributors tax, and no value-added tax on heavy machinery, particularly those operating in the mining sector. In general, he's hoping to lower taxes, particularly the taxes on four-door pickups.
We're going to have a special mechanism through which four-door vehicles, the four-door pickup, will come and lower taxes. It seems that that's the only thing that excites you. But when you look at taxation, I want you to know that we're going to pursue a taxation system that is going to lower the tax burden, improve tax compliance, and put more money back in your pockets.
But the president also cautioned that when taxes are lowered, citizens must ensure that they are tax compliant. He said such a move would create greater value for citizens to benefit from other incentives that will assist in the generation of wealth. The other plans include working with investors to revitalize the bauxite industry and creating jobs, and reviewing the local content framework to allow more opportunities for Guyanese businesses and Guyanese nationals. Well, as political parties begin to lay out their plans for the various sectors ahead of the upcoming elections, the Alliance for a Change released its education policy today. The policy, titled Fostering Innovation and Resilience in Guyana's Education System, sets out the party's plans to address challenges in the sector. According to the AFC, Guyana's education system continues to face major challenges, including low pass rates in key examinations and disparities based on geography, socioeconomic status, ethnicity, and class. According to the party, in the first 5 years of an AFC government, it will introduce interactive digital learning tools, reduce unnecessary subjects, focus on essential skills, and establish a skills training institute to train students in technical and vocational skills, with stipend and startup tools on completion. The party also said it will invest heavily in teachers and also hire more school psychologists, social workers, and offer salary increases. The party's 6 to 10-year plan includes doubling the salaries of teachers and ensuring that every teacher is licensed and certified through higher standards. The AFC is also proposing the upgrading of the University of Guyana, introducing ethnic studies to embrace diversity, and overhauling the education infrastructure system in the country. It also sees digital tools and e-learning as a main focus in every school and outlined digitalization in schools as one of its main goals. Additionally, the AFC is proposing to update the curriculum every few years to stay relevant and prepare Guyanese students to be competitive. The party said by implementing the comprehensive strategy, it aims to transform Guyana's education system into one that is equitable, innovative, and responsive to the needs of a rapidly changing world. The Alliance for Change also said its strategy aims to develop innovative thinking and adaptability among students and preparing them to thrive in a rapidly changing world influenced by technological advancements, climate change, and other unforeseen factors. A Partnership for National Unity, the APNU, and the People's Progressive Party, the PPP, are the only two parties that have not been contacted by the Guyana Elections Commission about their submitted list of candidates for the upcoming elections. The APNU was the first to hand in its list on nomination day and was followed by the governing PPP. The other 5 parties that have submitted their list of candidates have received notification from the Elections Commission about various deficiencies in their lists. Officials from at least 3 of the 5 parties have indicated to News Source that the issues with their lists are considered minor. News Source understands that some of those issues surround details about some of the nominees and nominators, including updated addresses for those who might have changed their address. In some instances, additional candidates were required for specific regions on the various lists. GCOM has indicated to the parties that they will have to submit the corrected list by tomorrow, as it intends to give final approval to the list by Friday. Of the 7 parties that have submitted lists to contest the upcoming elections, 4 of them have indicated that they will be contesting the elections in all 10 regions. The four that intend to contest in all regions are the APNU, the PPP, the Alliance for a Change, and the We Invest in Nations Party. The Forward Guyana movement will be contesting in 7 regions, while the Assembly of Liberty and Prosperity plans to contest in 6 regions. The political parties will have up until the 21st of July to indicate to the Guyana Elections Commission whether any of them intend to be part of a joinder list, which allows them to contest the elections separately but have their total votes added together after the elections.
Radhika, unhand me. Radhika, you touch me on appropriation lane or Radhika.
Nothing to laugh about 16. July 26th and 27th at the National Cultural Center.
Me no want go Barbados because Bart said it's not a flex.
Tickets are $2,000, $3,000, and $5,000.
Just a sexual harassment. Radhika, lose me.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
New York City, summer is about to get hot. Saturday, August 2nd, SR Hamilton LLC presents Gospel Infusion. Featuring Samuel Menace, Psycho, Eddie Neblett, Sean Daniels out of Trinidad, Christelle Brandt, Sherilyn Maloney, DJ Kester D,
Timothy Roberts,
and many more at the South Jamaica Multi-Service Center, 11402 Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Queens, New York. Gates open at 4 p.m. Showtime 5 p.m. Get your super early bird tickets for only $50. General admission $70. Pay more at the gate and limited VIP $100 all inclusive. Come and experience the outpouring of God's grace Saturday, August 2nd. For more information, visit Gospel Infusion on Facebook and Instagram.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
Ongoing efforts to have the rights of LGBTQIA+ persons recognized in Guyana, SASAD Guyana today launched its 2025 Manifesto ahead of the upcoming elections, with the hopes of having the next parliament eliminate all discriminatory laws against members of the LGBTQIA+ community. The manifesto, which builds on the success of the country's first LGBTQIA+ manifesto back in 2020, includes 10 priority issues that SASAD hopes political parties contesting the upcoming elections would incorporate in their own manifesto and deliver on once elected. At today's launch at the Herdmanson Lodge, SASAD's managing director Joel Simpson said the manifesto is being launched at a time when there are increasing calls for the rights of LGBTQIA persons to be recognized and respected.
LGBTQIA people and our allies are voting this year because we understand what's at stake in the 2025 general and regional elections. A strong majority of Guyanese people believe it's time for LGBTQIA people to be treated with respect under Guyanese law. And when we go to the ballot box on September 1st,
we will be voting with our values.
Simpson said 54% of Guyanese want the outdated laws criminalizing intimacy between men to be repealed, while 72.4% believe that workplace protections should apply to LGBTQIA+ persons as well. SASAD wants sections 351 to 353 of the Criminal Law Offences Act, which criminalizes same-sex intimacy between consenting adult men in private, to be repealed no later than 2026.
We want the elected officials to repeal sections 351 to 353 of the Criminal Law Offences Act, Chapter 8:01, which criminalizes same-sex intimacy between consenting adult men in private. And we want that done by the end of 2026. Secondly, we want sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, and sex characteristics to be included as categories of protection within the Prevention of Discrimination Act 1997, which is Guyana's only and very limited anti-discrimination law, and it only deals with the right to work.
By the end of 2028, SASAD wants comprehensive legislation to be in place to eradicate all forms of discrimination, whether direct or indirect, in every sector, including discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, and sex characteristics. He submitted that laws criminalizing same-sex intimacy violate constitutionally protected rights. Another priority area addresses the issue of training. SASAD wants the next government to implement mandatory training on justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion for the uniformed services, social workers, healthcare workers, and other state providers to eliminate discriminatory attitudes and unconscious bias in the provision of state services. Further, it is pushing for inclusion in education.
Develop and implement a clear policy to end all forms of violence and discrimination, especially bullying based on sexuality and gender, in the school system by the end of 2026. As far as we are aware, there's no clear education policy that deals with all forms of violence, discrimination, and bullying, especially anti-LGBTQIA bullying. In addition to developing the policy, our seventh priority issue is to train education officials, school administrators, teachers, and the social workers who are in the school system to be part of a comprehensive anti-discrimination, a comprehensive anti-bullying program rather, that is inclusive of LGBTQIA issues.
Mr. Simpson said for LGBTQIA+ students, schools could play a positive role in promoting adolescent health by eliminating bullying, discrimination, and forms of abuse targeting them. The other priority areas address the need for economic opportunities and the provision of quality healthcare services for all, in addition to equitable access to social services, including access to safe and secured housing. In the coming days, SASAD is expected to put forward its manifesto to candidates who are contesting this year's elections at a town hall meeting with the hope of securing a buy-in. Simpson said come the 1st of September, members of the LGBTQIA+ community and their allies should cast their ballots in favor of candidates who match their values. Attorney General Anil Nandlal has welcomed the ruling of Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George that the appointment of the Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken after the age of 55 was not unlawful. During his weekly program Issues in the News last evening, Mr. Nandlal noted that the court found that no constitutional or statutory prohibition prevents the President from appointing a police commissioner beyond the age of 55. According to the Attorney General, the Constitution allows the President to extend the tenure of a police commissioner in consultation with the Police Service Commission up to the age of 60. And the law applies equally to substantive and acting commissioners, as the Constitution confers full authority and responsibilities to both designations. Nandlal said there is no express prohibition in the Constitution barring the President from appointing Mr. Hicken.
Here there was no prohibition whatsoever against the president making an appointment of a person to that office after that person has attained the age 55. Their argument is, or was, that because the Constitution says a commissioner of police shall vacate the office upon attaining the age 55, that means that one cannot be appointed after age 55. That is an implication. You're drawing an inference there.
While the applicant, Troy Garraway, through his attorneys, argued that Mr. Hicken had passed the age of retirement and therefore his appointment to the substantive post was unlawful, Mr. Nandlal, on behalf of the state, argued that the Constitution Prescribed Matters Act explicitly allows for the Commissioner of Police to serve up to the age of 60, and that nothing in the legislation prevents the President from confirming a candidate after the age of 55.
Any action that is not prohibited by law, it is legal to do that thing, whatever it is. And that simple commonsensical principle sometimes eludes the best of lawyers. So that issue has been put to rest. And the two other challenges which they had filed against Mr. Hicken, and in both of which they lost, they never appealed. Meaning that they have accepted those decisions as correct.
Mr. Hicken became acting police commissioner just after the new government took office back in 2020. His role as acting commissioner was extended when he reached the age of retirement last year, and he was later confirmed to the substantive position by President Irfaan Ali. Let's tell you now that former Minister of Local Government and longtime executive member of the People's Progressive Party, Nigel Dharamlal, is on the national candidates list of the party for the upcoming elections. Dharamlal resigned as Minister of Local Government back in 2023 at the height of rape allegations leveled against him by a teenage schoolgirl. He always denied the allegations, and the teenage girl withdrew her complaint just as the matter was being considered for criminal charges. There were reports of an out-of-court settlement. In the initial complaint, the teenager provided details of the alleged incident, which she originally claimed took place at the government living quarters of the then minister. After being forced to resign from office amid the allegations, Dharamlal, in denying the claims at the time, said that it was a smear campaign being waged against him. He kept a low profile for over a year after leaving office, but re-emerged at the PPP's last Congress, where he was elected again to the executive of the party. In the past few months, Dharamlal has been busy on the campaign trail as the PPP seeks re-election. While he was kept off of the main stage at the party's campaign launch last Sunday, he has been speaking at a number of small community and public meetings for the party's re-election. Well, social media star and political activist for the We Invest in Nationhood Party, Bradley Sampson, known as Doggy, is wanted by the Guyana police force after he was caught on camera assaulting and threatening a woman with what appeared to be a gun in his hands at the Coffee Square in Georgetown. Sampson has since apologized over the incident on social media and stated late on Tuesday night that he will turn himself over to the police by noon today. He did not turn himself over to the police and is now expected to do so tomorrow. The Win Party has also distanced itself from his actions, with presidential candidate Azruddin Mohammed stating that the actions of Sampson are not in line with the values held by him or his party. He said he wishes to emphasize in the strongest terms that neither him or the party condone any form of violence, especially against women. In the video, Sampson was seen initially talking to the woman before they got into a confrontation, and he was seen hitting her while whipping out what appeared to be a gun from his waist and pointing it at her. The confrontation was reportedly over money that the woman was owed by him. In its wanted bulletin last evening, the Guyana Police Force listed a number of offenses that Sampson needed to be questioned about, including possession of a firearm without a license, threatening behavior, threatening language, assault, and possession of ammunition without a license. The police said its investigations are ongoing.
Turbo with a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250 ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up with a turbo 250 ml at your favorite spot. Wait, sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with turbo can. Turbo can, turbo can, turbo can. Now available in the new 250 ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
The Edge series comes alive this July in Guyana. 3 sporting disciplines, 3x3 basketball, table tennis, and criterium racing. Teams from across regions compete for a total prize pool of over $2.5 million and the title of champion. The Edge series. Are you on the edge?
And I'ma do it again. Watch me.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyana is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyana's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyana has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall. In the region, China doubled down on its dismissal of the United States' criticism of a multi-million-dollar loan to the Bahamas, describing as baseless accusations that it was using the funding for the construction of a hospital to further entrench itself in the Caribbean region. The Chinese embassy in a statement asked, and I quote, "Is there a U.S. loan proposal at all on the table?" End of quote, as it addressed the issue of the U.S. $195 million funding for the hospital in the Western New Providence. Last week, the Philip Davis government signed a deal with the People's Republic of China to fund the hospital that is expected to cost US $267 million, with 73% of the costs, or US $195 million, being provided by the Chinese Export-Import Bank, according to a report published by CMC. The diplomatic row over the funding comes amid reports that NASA had bypassed a British financing proposal earlier this year, with a local newspaper reporting that the UK Export Finance had offered terms competitive with China's, with the added advantage of compatibility with Western medical equipment and training systems. Director of Communications in the office of the Prime Minister, Larry Raming, is quoted quoted as saying that the project was already too advanced by the time UK firms formally engaged, and reiterated the government's position that China's terms were very favorable. In a statement, the Chinese embassy responded to the allegations by Washington, saying that the loans account for only a small fraction of the Bahamas' external debt and do not come with political conditions. U.S. President Donald Trump pitched his 50% tariffs against Brazil as a way to support former President Jair Bolsonaro. But 3 people close to the right-wing ex-president said they were stunned by the move and fear it may do more harm than good, according to a report published by Reuters. Announcing the higher tariffs in a letter last week, Trump cast them as a pressure tactic to help Bolsonaro, who is on trial before the Brazilian Supreme Court for allegedly plotting a coup to overturn his loss in the 2022 presidential election. Bolsonaro has described the accusations as baseless and insisted he will run for president in 2026, despite a court decision that bars him from that race. And finally tonight, international news. At least 20 people have been killed in a crush at an aid distribution center in southern Gaza, run by the U.S. and Israel-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF. The organization and a local hospital say. The GHF said 19 were trampled to death and 1 was stabbed amid a chaotic and dangerous search at its site in the Khan Yunis area. It added that it believed people armed and affiliated with Hamas fomented unrest. But Gaza's Hamas-run government media office denied the claim and accused the GHF of trying to cover up a crime. A hospital in Khan Yunis said it had received the bodies of 21 people who died from suffocation as a result of tear gas inhalation and a crush at the aid site. It is the first time the GHF has confirmed deaths at one of its sites. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.